Gotta cancel on tonight's date. My bad. You're not mad or anything, are you?
What? But it's my birthday today.
Oh, it is? I guess that slipped my mind too. Oh well.
Weren't you gonna take me out on a special date because it's my birthday? I got all dressed up and everything.
Hey, I'm sorry, okay? I know you're always tight on cash. I hope I didn't make you go over budget. No, I feel kinda bad. I know you grew up in a single-father household, so you must have never had much growing up. And you're just freshly out of school and about to start a job at a third-rate company, right? I'm sure you won't be earning much in the beginning. But since you got all dolled up and everything, you shouldn't let it all go to waste. Why don't you stand around there for a while? See if anyone hollers at you.
What do you mean?
I'm saying that if you stand there looking cute, you might be lucky enough to get picked up by someone. You know, maybe a middle-aged man who has money, but is so ugly that no girls would pay him any attention.
You're horrible! How could you say such a thing? Did something happen? You're like a completely different person than yesterday. You're never this cruel.
Yeah, but Maddie, you've already graduated, so I'm just starting to lose interest in you.
What do you mean?
Until recently, you were a legit college hottie, so you know, I was able to brag to my friends about having a hot co-ed girlfriend. And even though you have no money, it was enough that you were young and pretty. But now that you've graduated, you're just a regular working adult, no different than the rest of us. Besides, there's no merit to me dating a poor working adult. I'd rather be out spending money and enjoying my freedom. It seems about the right time that we break up, don't you think?
You were only dating me because I was a college student? And you just wanted to use me as arm candy in front of your friends?
That's right. If it wasn't just a fling, I wouldn't even think about hitting on a poor college girl in the first place. But it's a good thing you decided to go to college, even though you have no money. Because otherwise, you never would have had the opportunity to even meet a good-looking, elite human being like me. Let alone date me.
You're an absolute jerk! I can't believe this is your true nature. I was so drawn to you because you were always such a gentleman and so attentive to me. I feel completely betrayed.
I said I was sorry. But don't worry, Maddie, because you're not the only one. You won't feel so betrayed and alone if there are others like you, right?
What do you mean?
Oh, Maddie, you're still so young and innocent. Or should I say dense. Did you really think that you were my only girlfriend? I can't believe you never caught on.
You were cheating on me?
Yep, with 5 other girls.
What? I'm like beyond shocked. That's just disgusting. I can't believe I wasted an entire year of my time with such a creep.
Haha, what are you talking about? You were head over heels in love with me. And I'm sure you'll never find anyone as handsome as me that will pay you even the slightest attention. You should keep this memory tucked away safely in the back of your mind, so you can look back and remember about the time your relationship status was at its peak. Because any other guy that might be interested in you after me, if any, will seem so dull compared to me. You know what they say, when the clock strikes 12, the magic will disappear. Just like it did for Cinderella. It's way past 12 now, so it's time you go back to being just a college girl. Or rather, a college graduate. Your magical days with me have come to an end. And your glass slipper? I plan on destroying it right away, so don't even bother arguing that you are the perfect fit for me. Besides, I'm not the type of guy that needs to resort to looking for the perfect girl. Because the perfect girl already sought me out, already wearing her own perfectly fitting glass slippers.
What are you saying?
I just had the encounter of my dreams. Call her my soulmate, if you will. It's like a miracle. I still can't believe my luck. My ideal kind of woman. You know the model Lizabelle? I just exchanged numbers with her.
Lizabelle? You mean that popular social media influencer?
Yeah, exactly. And guess what? We're gonna start dating. So all the other flings I've had on the side until now, I'm cutting them all loose. Including you. I was only staying in those relationships as a safety net anyways, just in case. So, no hard feelings, okay?
You're crazy! There's no way that Lizabelle would even give you the time of day to a jerk like you.
What? Do you have any idea who I am? Your man Thomas here. Only 28 years old, but already earned 6 figures at an elite company. Your ex-boyfriend is quite the distinguished gentleman, if I may say so myself. There's no doubt that Lizabelle and I are a perfect match for each other. Anyways, I'm on my way to go buy a present for my new girlfriend. As of today, you're not even a fling to me anymore. So don't contact me again, okay?
You're a complete jerk through and through. Up to the very end.
I just want to make it clear that we're done. Because I don't want you to get any weird ideas and start stalking me or anything. So listen carefully, because I'll only say this once. You're no longer of any use to me. So I'm dumping you. It was fun while it lasted, though, wasn't it? And by the way, don't come crawling back to me asking to get back together, because that'll never happen. And you would just be making a huge fool of yourself.
Oh, don't worry. You're not even worth that trouble, you coward. I'm actually glad you revealed what a sleazeball you truly are. I don't even have the tiniest bit of affection left for you. Goodbye. Forever.
Hey, Maddie! Happy birthday! And sorry for the late message. I had a bunch of stuff that needed to be taken care of at work, so I couldn't get to my phone all day. I'm glad I was able to at least wish you a happy birthday before midnight. I promise that Dad and I will take you out next time for a proper celebration, okay?
Oh, Caden.
What's wrong? You don't sound too happy. Shouldn't you be more excited that it's your birthday?
Yeah, but it's also the anniversary of Mom's death.
Well, yeah.
Mom died because of some complications while giving birth to me. So it's pretty hard to be in such a celebratory mood because of that. And because Mom suffered so much bringing me into this world, the best form of repayment is for me to end up living happily ever after. So her death wouldn't have been for nothing. But reality isn't that simple. It's not like in the fairy tales where Prince Charming just swoops in and takes you away. How am I ever supposed to find my happily ever after like this?
What about Thomas? Isn't he with you today? I thought you guys were going out tonight to celebrate your birthday. I've never met him in person yet, but he seems nice enough from the pictures you've shown me.
It was all a lie.
What?
He said he was only dating me because I was still in college. But now that I've graduated, he no longer has any interest in me. It was all just a game for him. And he had 5 other flings on the side.
What the heck? What kind of a loser were you going out with?
And today's date? He canceled at the last minute. It didn't even matter to him that it was my birthday, or that I got specially dressed up for the occasion. And do you want to hear the reason why he canceled? Because he was able to exchange numbers with the girl of his dreams. So the rest of us, who were nothing more to him than a temporary love interest, we all got dumped today.
Who does he think he is? Treating my little sister like that. I could just wring his neck. Where is he now? Let me give him a piece of my mind. Or better yet, maybe he needs a taste of my knuckle sandwich.
No, stop it. He's not even worth a single minute of your time. Don't do anything that might end in you getting in trouble.
Who cares? Standing up for you is 100 times more important to me. I'll make him understand that he's messing with the wrong person.
But he mentioned something about Lizabelle, that model, becoming his new girlfriend. If it's true, I'm sure the media will be all over that news. And especially if you get involved. I don't want to have anything to do with that jerk anymore. I just want to forget about him and be rid of him for good.
Wait a minute. Lizabelle? You mean that model with like 500,000 followers?
Yeah, apparently. Tom thinks she's the ideal woman for him. He thinks they're already dating since they just exchanged numbers. But if that's true...
That's impossible. I guarantee it, 100%.
What? Are you sure?
Anyways, you just try and forget about that good-for-nothing piece of scum. He's not gonna get away so easily for disrespecting you like this. He'll pay the price for his stupidness one day. You'll see. And in fact, you should be grateful that you're no longer strung along by a loser like him. Now you can take this opportunity to find a true gentleman. Like me.
Oh, Caden. I knew I could count on you to make me feel better. Thanks for the encouragement. I'm starting to feel like this isn't such a bad birthday after all.
I'm glad. Let me get back to you about when we're gonna do your birthday celebration.
Okay. Thanks for everything.
Maddie, my sweet. How's it going? Are you free tonight? Let's go on a date.
You're kidding, right?
Oh, are you mad about what I said last week? If I told you that it was all a joke, would you forgive me? Let me take you out tonight to make it up to you. I'll even apologize for what I said. I'm so bored I'm about to die.
Really? I thought you had a bunch of other girls lining up to go out with you. And what about Lizabelle? Didn't you say that she was your soulmate or something? I told you, I don't want to talk to you ever again.
What's wrong with you? I said that I was gonna take you out. You should take that as a compliment.
And I said that I don't want to hear from you ever again. I don't care about anything you have to say, whether they're compliments or not. I'm not interested in anyone who's just looking to play games with me.
Wow, I never realized you could be so bold, Maddie.
What are you talking about?
It sounds like you're trying to bargain with me. You're not looking for just a fling. So, you want us to have a serious relationship? That's what you're saying, right?
You're completely wrong. There's absolutely no reason I would think that. I told you that I'm completely over you. I want nothing to do with you anymore. You're the biggest loser that I've ever known.
Shut up. You're just getting carried away now. Just because I was trying to be nice. Boy, am I glad I dumped you when I did. I knew that dating a poor girl would never result in anything good. Phew, that was a close call.
What are you even saying?
Don't try to act like you don't know anything. I know you were just after my money, so you wanted us to get married, right? I can see right through your act. And it's a good thing I figured out what a beggar you are.
Good for you. But it's too bad you weren't able to figure out my true identity.
Huh? You mean a beggar that's just looking to marry for money? I bet you were planning on trapping me into marriage by getting pregnant or something.
What a close call for me, too. But I'm glad you never figured out who I really am.
What do you mean? Who you really are? You're just a poor nobody that was brought up in a single-father household.
You're right. My father raised me and my brother single-handedly. But he manages a very successful business, so I never felt like we were poor growing up.
What? Don't lie. How can you not be poor if you can't even afford a single brand name item?
It was my father's policy to not let me have any brand name items until I was out of college. That it was my duty to focus on just my studies at least while I was a student, and having him pay my tuition. But now that I finally graduated, I can finally cut loose. And to congratulate me on already having a job lined up, he just bought me my first apartment.
An apartment? For getting a job?
Yep. And because he thought the commute would be easy, it's located right by my office, in a prime location downtown.
What? Your office is located downtown? But I thought you were going to work for an unknown third-rate company. I never thought to ask which company since I had no interest. But where exactly is your office located?
Oh, my bad. I guess I never mentioned what company I'm going to be working for. It's Optimo Electric Works, by the way. Are you sure it's a third-rate company, though?
What? That's like the top of top-ranking companies. It's where all the engineering majors dream of working.
It's also my father's company.
No way. So, you're the daughter of the president of a super elite company?
I guess that's what it makes me. But I've never felt any different than my peers. Because my father raised us to have an ordinary lifestyle. We always had everything we needed, but nothing extravagant.
I knew it. I always felt like there was something different about you. Something special.
Huh?
I don't know what I was thinking before, but now I'm sure. Maddie, let's get back together. On the premise of getting married. It's what you wanted in the first place, right? And now it's what I want too.
You disgusting pig! Why the sudden change in attitude? There's no way I ever want to get back together with you.
Well, what if I close on a huge deal and get promoted at work? Then you'll have nothing to complain about, right? Just watch. I'll show you what I'm capable of.
That's not what we're talking about here. Have you been listening to anything I've said? I don't want to hear from you ever again.
Just give me a chance, okay? I'll be in touch soon. Caden, my man. You got my back on this deal, right? This would be a huge contract for us. The future of our company lies right in your hands now. An event where a woman's happiness takes the leading role, and we put the spotlight on a woman's happily ever after. What a wonderful concept indeed. Great, so we can just move on to signing the contracts now, right? Let me just finalize all the paperwork, and I'll bring them right over to you. You should have them in your hands before noon. Don't even bother with all that. Excuse me? I've already asked someone else to take over this project. What do you mean? And the board also agrees with my decision, so you're no longer needed here. What? I don't understand. I'm supposed to be in charge of this project. What seems to be the problem? I think it might be too big of a responsibility for you. Especially since you're too immature to even realize what a chauvinistic pig you are. Exactly how many women have you laid your dirty hands on? Just because you can. Just think about all the unhappy women you've left in your wake because of your self-centered ways. There's no way someone like you should be in charge of an event that's supposed to focus on a woman's happiness. What? Caden, what's with the sudden bashing? What's going on, man? Don't you think you're being a bit inappropriate? Really? Because I don't think I've said anything that's not true. It's completely unprofessional. I'll sue you for slander. Go ahead, be my guest. I hope you know what you're asking for. I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before the media gets word about this. And when they publish how you abused your authority to defame me, won't it just ruin the entire company's reputation? As a matter of fact, let me go make a direct appeal to the CEO now. Unfortunately, the CEO is not available right now. Not available? What do you mean? Well, we're going to be acquired at the end of this month, actually. And the current CEO has been asked to resign early. So that's why he's unavailable now. What? Acquired? What in the world do you mean? Oh, perhaps no one ever mentioned this to you. But I'm actually in charge of mergers and acquisitions as my primary role. Negotiations have been going on for a while, but everything has finally been ironed out. No one ever told me that. Well, to avoid any unnecessary confusion, this all took place without prior notice. I was sent here in order to ensure no major deals were lost before the actual acquisition took place. So I've been overseeing a few projects while also concurrently handling the acquisition for my actual company, which happens to be my father's company, Optimum Electric Works. I'm sure you've heard of it. Optimum Electric. So, that makes you... No, you can't be. My sister Madeline. It seems like you've done her a big favor, am I right? So it's only the proper thing to do that I repay you for everything. As her brother. Oh, no, sir, that won't be necessary. You don't need to repay me for anything. Oh, and before I forget, your so-called girlfriend, Lizabelle. She happens to be my fiancée. And I heard that you were trying to get your nasty hands on her, too. Lizabelle is engaged to the son of Optimum Electric. I had no idea. How come no one told me? I'm telling you now, stupid. Anyways, I've already contacted the police, so I'm gonna hand you over to them as soon as they arrive. What? Don't try to act like you don't know. I have no more patience left for your games. Lizabelle filed a restraining order against you because you were stalking her. What? A restraining order? Yeah, she exchanged numbers with you, only because she was collaborating with us on this project. But you just wouldn't leave her alone, no matter how many times she's rejected you. There's more than enough evidence to support her claim, so you better start thinking about what awaits you. No, please. Not the police. I'll do anything you want. I'll lose my job for sure if the police get involved. Oh, don't worry. I was able to pull a few strings to not get you fired. Really? Sure. As a consideration to you, I'm having you transferred to one of our smaller offices, located way at the bottom of your organization's ladder. I figured that would be a bigger blow to your too big ego than actually being fired. How could you? That's just too cruel. Oh, and let me be clear, so you don't try to stalk us again. And I hope this message gets through that thick head of yours. You see, Madeline and this company both left you. because they have no use for you anymore. So don't come crawling back asking for forgiveness or anything, because that'll never happen.
After getting in trouble with the police over stalker suspicions, Thomas was indeed ordered to transfer to a tiny office located at the far, far bottom of his first-rate organization. It was just as my brother warned him. His elite status that he was always so proud of is now just a faint memory that only he remembers. Long gone are his golden days of overestimating his self-worth. He was such a self-centered pig, willing to do anything and everything to get what he wanted. After he lost his job title, his high salary, everything that he thought was worth bragging about, it's like he lost all sense of himself. Apparently, he is doing menial work in his new position. He doesn't even have the energy left to complain. Regardless of his high level of education, his current job pays only $2,000 a month. It's a pittance compared to what he made before, which makes him absolutely miserable. But he unfortunately can't do anything about it. His ego, his pride, all completely shattered because he acted like a complete jerk. There's probably no use even trying to make anything of himself now. When you really piss off a woman, and her brother at the same time, that is a really scary situation that you don't ever want to find yourself in. As I'm sure Thomas would tell you from first-hand experience. Michelle, do you have a second to chat? I have something I want to talk about. Yeah, sure. What's up? What did you want to talk about, Kara? It's about my wedding that's coming up. Please tell me that you're definitely attending, right? There's still plenty of time before the RSVP date, but I just wanted to check in, just in case. So, it's not like you have other plans, right? Oh yeah, right, your wedding ceremony. Yes, definitely put me down for not attending. Huh? Was that a mistake? Instead of putting you down for attending, you want me to put you down for not attending? Yes, put me down for not attending. No one's going to your wedding ceremony anyways. What? Why would you say that? Are you really saying that you aren't going to attend our wedding? What's with that question? What's so wrong about me not attending? Well, no, I meant… Just kidding! You know, I actually know everything that's going on. No one is attending your wedding, right? How did you know? If anyone bothers to reply to you at all, they're all marking not attending, right? Even your relatives. Oh, Kara, you're so pitiful. Imagine having a wedding with 0 guests. Although I think it's the expected outcome. Wait, why do you know this, Michelle? Also, what do you mean by that it's expected? Michelle, do you know what's going on? Whatever do you mean? By what's going on? You mean the reason why everyone isn't attending? Of course that's what I'm asking. All my close friends and relatives, everyone that replies back is marking not attending. Even though there's some people that haven't replied back yet. So far, no one has marked attending yet. Probably even those that haven't replied back are all going to mark not attending. Serves you right. Look, can you please tell me what's really going on? Why doesn't anyone want to come? Michelle, do you know something? On the contrary, it's off that you haven't realized anything after all this. Why don't you go ahead and think about it carefully? I'm troubled because I really don't know. You need to explain to me what's really going on. You really don't know? There's only one reason why everyone isn't attending. It's because you stole your childhood friend's boyfriend, of course. Huh? What did you just say? You're saying that I stole your boyfriend? Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I made sure everyone knew all about it. Everyone knows that you, Kara, are marrying your childhood best friend's boyfriend. And that they shouldn't even bother to attend this terrible adulterous wedding in the first place. Wait, hold on for a minute. So what you're saying is that everyone is responding with not attending because you asked them to? Yes, that's right. I painstakingly went around contacting everyone, one by one. No way. Sometimes even meeting in person, face to face. I had to explain everything myself. Wait. I really don't understand what's going on. Anyways, in the first place, there's no possible way that I ever stole your boyfriend. Excuse me? What do you even mean by adulterous wedding anyways? You know that I've been dating Trevor for the past 3 years, right? Obviously, we started dating because we were both single at the time. So there's no possible way that I could have ever stolen Trevor away from you. Oh my god. Even when you're backed into a corner, you're still choosing not to be honest. Jeez, you really are so shameless. Hey, I really don't understand what's going on. I swear that I never heard anything from Trevor that you guys ever dated in the first place. So please don't say that I stole him from you. You're the one that put your hands on another person's man. Don't act so innocent and as if you don't know anything, you man-stealer. I've always been eyeing Trevor. I've been in this one-sided love since forever and ever. How dare you shamelessly take him away from me? Wait, seriously? One-sided love since forever and ever? Yeah, I always loved Trevor so much. I always went out of my way to go to the Starbucks that he works at. I was going to confess my undying love to him after getting a lovey-dovey message from him on my drink. For that reason, I've been going there every day. You can't be serious. And then, you showed up and started dating him. I can understand if it was someone that showed up from out of nowhere, but why did it have to be you of all people? How dare you put your hands on my Trevor, you man-stealer? Wait, just hold on for a second. Give me some time to just piece everything together, okay? So... You're saying that you've always been in love with Trevor, right? Yeah, that's right. It's already been 5 years since I became a regular at his Starbucks. And that you're saying that you were planning to confess one day, right? Yeah, that's right. I should have been the one to date him after confessing my feelings to him. Trevor was supposed to be my boyfriend. But then, you took him away from me, you man-stealer. I never would have thought that you would be such a terrible woman. Wait, hold on for a minute. How in the world does that make me a man-stealer? It's not like you and Trevor ever actually dated in the first place. I'm sorry, but it just means that I got to him first. Excuse me? Also, not only did you not even tell him how you feel, you don't even know whether he felt the same way back, right? And yet you keep saying that I stole him from you. That I'm a man-stealer. And now, the fact that you're trying to ruin my wedding is just too horrible. How is it horrible? You don't deserve to have a wedding. Excuse me. If I had just confessed earlier, Trevor would have definitely felt the same way. It should have been me getting married to him. Since you've ruined that, it could only mean one thing, and it's that you're a man-stealer. I'll make sure that no one will even think about attending your wedding. Do you have a moment to talk? There's something I really need your help with. What's up, big sis? Before I ask, there's something I want to confirm with you first. Do you remember my childhood friend Michelle? By chance, did she say something to you? Oh yeah, Michelle. Yeah, I actually did get a text from her about a week ago. Something about that you stole her boyfriend and that I should definitely not attend your wedding. Wow, so it's true. I can't believe she even messaged you. Sounds like it's going to be a complicated wedding, Kara. It's all a big misunderstanding. I swear that I'm not a man-stealer. Trevor and I were always completely above board. Don't even worry about it, big sis. Of course, I already knew all that. Wait, seriously? You believe me? Obviously. Of course I would. Let me remind you that I'm your little sister. I know that you're not that kind of person. There's no one else in this world that would know better than me. Marilyn. Besides, you're talking about that Michelle, right? The one that we grew up with? If it's about that immature Michelle that's always throwing tantrums, I can easily figure out who's most likely telling the truth. What do you mean? I've always been around with you guys since kindergarten. I know that Michelle has always been like this. She'll try to get whatever she wants by any means possible. She has no problems even outright lying if it means she can get her way. Oh, really? Was it always like that? What? You don't remember? Remember when we were younger, she took my teddy bear away from me? Even though there was no way I'd give it to her in the first place, she was wailing and screaming about how I had given it to her. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's true, I do remember that. She always lied so easily. There was a time in school when everyone used to call her a chronic liar. Yeah, I know. It was so difficult during our childhood. Michelle always had to be the center of attention. She always caused so much trouble for me. She just couldn't accept it if other people were treating me well because I'm younger than you guys. Is that so?
And then, suddenly, I get a message from that Michelle saying that, in reality, it was actually her and Trevor that started dating first and that you were the one that stole him away from her. So she asked me to definitely not attend the wedding as a form of divine punishment.
Okay, but even though we're family, I'm still happy that you believe me.
Of course, that's obvious. Besides, that Michelle, she also sent such a sketchy photoshopped picture. I guess she doesn't realize that it seems more like proof that she's lying than anything.
Seriously? A photoshopped picture?
Yeah, she said it was proof that she was telling the truth. It was a picture of both her and Trevor together, but the Photoshop was so unimaginably shoddy, I started laughing unconsciously.
To think that she'd even make something like that.
Even I could make a way better Photoshopped photo than that.
But it seems like people are willing to believe that crude photo. I'm only getting not attending responses right now, so I'm pretty worried. That's why I want to ask you, my sister, to help clear the air with everyone.
Oh, please, don't even worry about that. Because I already did it.
What? You did?
Sorry for letting you know so late. Just in case, I went around asking everyone invited if they actually believed in such a thing. Although there were a few that I wasn't able to contact at first, so that's why it took some time.
To think that you were doing all that for me. Marilyn, you're seriously the best.
Not a single person believed it anyways, so everyone will be attending. Even the people that initially marked not attending. They only did that because Michelle pressured them in person to reply in front of her.
Oh, so that's what happened?
Yep, she really is such a troublemaker. I told the people that felt pressure to mark not attending that I'd tell you that they're actually attending the wedding. So you should send them a thank you for attending message later on.
From this to that, thank you so much. No one in the world has a more reliable sister than I do.
Aw, stop it, you're exaggerating. Anyways, big sis, I hope that your wedding goes well without any more problems.
Yeah,
I'm not going to fall for any more of Michelle's petty tricks.
Yo, man stealer bride! I'm just wondering how you feel having an empty wedding.
Michelle, to think that you'd even contact me on this day. You must really have a lot of time on your hands.
Oh, are you desperately trying to act strong? You must already be on the verge of tears deep inside, facing that empty wedding hall.
Please, as if. If I cry, it's just going to be tears of joy.
I'm going to throw the most splendid wedding ceremony today. As if! How can you possibly have the most splendid wedding without a single guest present? Are you even thinking straight?
Seriously, what's wrong with you?
Are you listening? This is what happens when you steal another person's man. You better take responsibility and break up with Trevor now. Then I'll be the one to date Trevor, like how it should have been.
Jeez, I can't believe you still haven't given up on Trevor.
What is there to give up? He's my lover and always will be. The only problem was that I missed my chance to tell him my feelings because you stole him away from me. It's only karma that you met this kind of fate. Even though it's your precious wedding day, it serves you right that there's no one showing up. No one wants to give their blessings to a man-stealer's wedding anyways.
Everyone is already here, though?
Wait, what?
So I gotta get going. The wedding is about to start soon. I don't have time to deal with the likes of you.
What are you talking about? Now wait here for a second. What do you mean by everyone is already here?
It's exactly as I said. Not a single guest is absent and everyone is present.
No, that's not possible. I've told everyone all about your adulterous wedding. I even made sure in person that people were marking not attending on the wedding invitation.
Yeah, it sounds like you did. But those people later contacted me to correct their response. All of your lies have been exposed, Michelle. They all said not to worry about a thing, and that they'll be at the ceremony.
That can't be true!
Although it seems like it was true that you love Trevor. I asked Trevor earlier, and he confirmed it for me. He said it's true that you're a regular at his workplace and that you attempted to flirt with him so many times. So you pretty much already took your shot and your feelings still weren't reciprocated.
No, that's not true. That's just him being shy. He only rejected me out of consideration to his surroundings.
You need to seriously cut it out. Trevor never reciprocated your feelings and never felt anything towards you. He's going to marry me now. Just because you're mad about that doesn't give you the right to harass me.
Who's doing the harassing? Everyone told me that they weren't going to attend. That's because you pressured them too much, and they felt forced to say so. Everyone said that, Michelle. No, I don't believe it. Well, I'm off to go enjoy my wedding. Goodbye, Michelle. Big sis, you're honestly not going to believe this. Michelle is freaking out and is having a total meltdown. Whoa, is that so? Yeah, I just got a message from her. How dare all of you try to deceive and embarrass me? I'm going to sue every one of you that lied to me. You'll rue the day you double-crossed me. Jeez, she's just taking her anger out on you guys. How can you all give your blessings towards the wedding of the man that I love? You guys are all terrible people. I demand compensation. Give me the wedding gifts that were rightfully mine. Okay, now it's really getting out of hand. Her actions are getting way too erratic. What do you think I should do? What do you think about contacting the police? If we all contact the police, then they'll most likely be faster to respond. I'll go and ask around to see who's interested. No, don't do that. I can't involve you guys into this mess anymore. Just leave everything to me. What? Why? Not only did she try to ruin my wedding, she's still inconveniencing my guests to this day. That's just way too rude to everyone that gave us their blessings. Yeah, but are you going to be okay? She's being really unhinged right now. What are you going to do? If she's going around people and telling them that she's suing them, then I'll countersue back. Michelle, I heard everything already. You're trying to extort money from my wedding guests? It's not extortion. I'm just threatening to sue them. On what grounds? You really think you can sue anyone? Yeah, that's right. It's only right after everyone lied to me. Of course I deserve some compensation for that. In what world? You should honestly be self-reflecting after everything that you've done. Shut up! I don't have to hear this from you. Do you know how embarrassed I was because of everybody? The least they could do is make it up to me. I won't rest until I get the wedding gifts that I am owed. How in the world can you possibly come up with such a lame excuse? You're going around demanding money from my guests and threatening to sue them. You need to seriously calm down. No, that's you. What? Because of you, everyone is so distressed. They never would have to be worried about being sued if you hadn't invited them to the wedding to begin with. If only you didn't go through with marrying Trevor, then this didn't have to happen in the first place. Seriously, cut the jokes right now. You're trying to blame this all on me now? I'm not trying to blame you. It's literally your fault. Everything is your fault. I see. So you won't complain then if you get sued too then, right? Because I have grounds to sue you for defamation. Huh? What did you say? Defamation? You're mad because you're saying that everyone lied to you, right? So that means Trevor can be mad too, right? Even though you guys never dated, you were spreading around this terrible photoshopped picture of you two. No, wait. We could sue you for everything that happened as defamation. He also wanted me to share this with you. I already told my workplace to ban you from entering the premise. Don't even think about showing your face around me again. What? Wait, no. Hold on. I'm banned from the store? That's because you spread such terrible lies about us. Luckily, not a single person believed in your lies in the first place, although many people were left in confusion at the end. I'm sure there are a lot of people who experienced some mental anguish. You're going to have to compensate each and every individual for that. No, wait here for a sec. Why do I have to pay? I was the one who was tricked. It doesn't matter. You don't have any right to force people to not go to a wedding. Why don't you just give up this whole farce? No one is fooled. If you just quit bothering everyone, maybe I won't sue you for defamation. You can't possibly be serious. Oh, but I can't really speak for Trevor. You know, he's actually pretty livid about all of this. So he might decide to sue you no matter what else happens. You should be prepared for that. No way! Also, it only goes without saying, but I already told your parents everything. Your poor, poor mother. She was so shocked that she fainted while foaming at the mouth. You're lying! You snitched on me to my parents? With that, you can wait for us to file the paperwork about the lawsuit. We're not going to show you any ounce of mercy, especially after all the trouble you put us through. Trevor did end up suing Michelle for defamation, and the judge ruled in his favor. The compensation was set for $70,000. We took some of that money and treated my sister to a one-night, all-expense-paid spa resort as a present. Also, after that, Michelle was ordered by the judge to go personally apologize to each wedding guest in person. There were also some guests that traveled a long way for our wedding from way out in the countryside. Michelle also had to travel to where they lived to apologize at her own expense. Apparently, her parents told her that she should just stay out there and reflect on her actions.
George, what do you mean you're getting married? Why didn't you tell me? Anyway, congratulations, bro. I knew you would do it eventually. Louis, thanks, brother. I did send you an invite, but it must have got lost in the mail. I'll check on that later. I could barely believe it when Mary told me. She seemed just as shocked as me about her little brother finally getting married. Neither of us has really wrapped our heads around it yet. Don't be too mean now. Good to see Mary hasn't changed. Of course I was gonna get married. I'm human too, you know? I can also fall in love. I don't know, man. None of us really took you for the kind of person to actually get married. I didn't even know you wanted to. I always did. I've always wanted to build a family of my own and be the man of a household. And part of that is giving my fiancée the perfect fairy tale wedding. Wow, I guess I read you completely wrong. My impression of you was totally wrong. I apologize. So, why didn't you get married sooner? You know, it's kinda late. You didn't just get desperate and agree to marry the first person that would have you, right? Excuse me? I'm not so sure what you're hinting at. Oh, George, come on now. You're almost 40. It's not normal to be single for that long. It's actually quite sad. I'm only 34. 34 is practically 40. It took you this long to get married? God, George, don't you see the problem? Almost everyone else we know is married at this point. What am I supposed to do about that? Build a time machine? I'm not that stupid. I know you can't do that. I'm just saying that getting married to the first person who will have you just because you already have one foot in the grave won't make you happy. What's wrong with her anyway? Is she ugly, or is she like 50? There is nothing wrong with her. She's 29 and she is absolutely beautiful. I know a lot of people do get married in their 20s, but I always knew that I wanted to save money before starting a family. That way I can make sure my wife and children have the best possible lives they could ever have. I don't think that's weird or a bad thing at all. A lot of my friends got married later on too, some even older than me. I mean, I'm not surprised considering how you are. I bet all your friends are just like you, antisocial and aesthetically challenged. Louis, don't you think you're being a bit rude right now? Was this conversation not supposed to be about me getting married? Yeah, it is. I just can't believe you're finally getting married. How long have we known each other now? Me and Mary got married when she was 18. That was 20 years ago. When we were your age, we already had 4 children. I know, and you never let me forget. I also remember that Mary had to drop out of college and you had to get 2 jobs so that you could look after the baby. A woman doesn't need any fancy degrees. Women are supposed to be mothers. What good did a degree do you anyway? You got a PhD and you're only just getting married now? On top of that, I probably make even more money than you. Aren't you sad about that? I don't really care. There are so many different people in the world. We all have our different callings. What's right for you might not be right for me, you know? It's not about what's right, it's about what's normal. Most people are married by 25. But then there's you, nearly 40 and just finally getting around to it. If you're a woman, you'd be completely off the market by now. You'd be a crazy cat lady spinster. It is sad and I do feel bad for you, if I'm being honest. I really don't care how you feel. You're wasting your energy feeling bad for me. Do you not feel sorry for any children you have? By the time they're 20, you'll be in a care home. The fact you actually wanted to get married makes it even sadder. This is a happy day for me. I'm happy. There is nothing to be sad about. Whatever. I'm glad you finally got what you wanted. I hope you enjoy your married life. Just make sure you don't pass away before you can walk down the aisle, old man.
Hey George, how are you doing? I can't wait for the wedding. I can't believe it's next month already. Mom can't stop talking about it.
Yeah, next month, that's right. We're keeping it very private and simple, so organizing it has been very easy. So we've made all the arrangements a bit earlier than what's usually done.
That makes sense. Those big fancy weddings are for younger people with more stamina. It's a shame you're not having a proper wedding.
A proper wedding?
Hey, I'm not one to judge here. Well, you know how weddings are usually done, right? Usually the family has rules to play, but you haven't talked to us about anything.
Roles? What exactly are you talking about?
I kept waiting for you to call, but it never came, so I've saved you the trouble and contacted you myself. I am trying to save you as much trouble as I possibly can.
No, I really don't get it. You're gonna have to give me some hints as to what you're referring to. I really have no clue what you're talking about. Please, just come out and say it.
Do you really not know what I'm talking about? Are you forgetting one of the biggest rules of the wedding? I mean, are you really not going to have one of my girls as the ring bearer?
A ring bearer? Is that what this is all about? Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
What? Don't tell me you forgot. Or do you just not know what a ring bearer is? I know you and your wife are getting old, but I didn't think you were already starting to lose your memory.
Stop being stupid, Mary. Of course I know what a ring bearer is.
Do you really? Well, explain it then.
It's the child who brings the ring up to the couple in the ceremony.
So you do know. What's your excuse for not messaging me about it then? You must be considering one of my children, right? Can you just not decide which one to give the role to? What about all of them? They could bring it down together.
I'm confused. Why do you think I'm going to ask one of your children to be the ring bearer?
Because I'm your sister, and my children are your nephews and nieces. Who else would you ask? Since I'm in a good mood and there is a special occasion, I'll forgive you for taking so long to ask me, but because it took you so long, none of my children have the right outfits. So I'll completely forgive you if you buy all their clothes for the wedding. Around $5,000 should be enough to cover it all.
Hold on a second. There is no way their clothes will cost that much. $5,000 is ridiculous. Not even my suit cost that much. And I'm not sure what exactly you're forgiving me for. I didn't do anything wrong.
I have 4 children, and I have to buy my own clothes as well. I know we're family and all that, but at the end of the day, we'd still be lending you one of our children. I can't just give you my children's time for free. Time is money. There's always a price to pay.
Isn't your youngest only 4? And not to be mean, but her time shouldn't have a price on it yet. I'm really not sure about what to say about all of this. I think you sound crazy, Mary.
Wait, let me finish first. I don't think I'm asking for too much. They're going to need to be photographed or filmed, right? Between the clothes and the image and likeness rights, I'd say you won't find too many better deals than what we're giving you.
Look, I appreciate your offer, but we won't be in any need of a ring bearer. But I do appreciate the sentiment.
What do you mean you don't need a ring bearer? What kind of wedding would it be without a ring bearer?
Even if we did want a ring bearer, we just don't have that much money. It's a bit crazy to ask that much, to be honest. The wedding is important to us, but it's not the most important thing in our life right now. We just don't have the budget to put $5,000 into your pocket.
Fine. How about $3,000 instead? That's not as much, right? Their clothes won't be as nice, so your pictures will be disappointing, but that's your loss, not mine.
No, I wouldn't even give you $300, let alone $3,000. Actually, I was being serious about not having a ring bearer.
What is wrong with you? Do you hate your family? If you're going to be like that, then we just won't come at all.
Mary, did you not read the invite when you replied? We're having a child-free wedding. No children are allowed to come at all. We made that very clear. If we're not having any children in the wedding, then it doesn't matter if you're going to try lend as a boy or a girl. I did mention that it was supposed to be a simple affair after all. Do you get what I'm saying? No children and no ring bearer. Especially not if it's going to cost more than my own clothes.
What the hell does that mean? You're not letting us bring our babies? You're a horrible, horrible person!
It's for their own sake, Mary. What child wants to sit and listen to a priest talk for over an hour?
You're so selfish. And here I was trying to do you a favor and lend you one of our kids for the wedding. We definitely won't be coming to your wedding now.
You didn't read the invite at all then, did you? I literally did not even ask, and I've already explained why.
Fine then, have it your way.
I intend to.
I won't come, and I am going to tell the whole family not to come either. If you don't want your entire side of the wedding to be empty, apologize to me now.
Apologize for what? I haven't done anything wrong. Everyone else read the invite and knows it's child-free. It was that way from the start. We even arranged a babysitter for the hotel if people can't find cover. We just know kids won't enjoy the wedding. I definitely wouldn't have if I was a baby.
You are so selfish. How do you think my children will feel now I have to tell them their uncle hates them so much he won't let them go to his wedding? I've already told them they could go get some nice clothes and go.
If you're that desperate, they can come to the reception, but I don't think they'll enjoy being around all those drunk adults. It's an open bar, so people will probably drink a lot. And the menu my fiancé chose is full of food I know children won't eat.
What? You didn't even choose a menu my children can eat? I can't believe you. What did my children do to make you hate them?
Nothing at all. It's just our personal preference not to have children at our wedding. If you'd have actually read the invite, we could have talked about this earlier.
Don't try to blame this on me. You're going to regret this. Just you watch.
Hey bro, how's it going? Your wedding's today, right? Are you free now? I need to talk to you. Yeah, what do you need? I haven't got a lot of time, so please just keep it short. Yeah, don't worry about it. I really hate to spring this on you last minute, but we've decided that we actually want to go to your wedding. Oh, is that so? Yeah, I know it's pretty short notice. Mary's been really upset since you fell out, so I thought the best way to cheer her up would be to bring her to your wedding. Especially since it's an open bar. Who doesn't love a free drink, right? Right, yeah, I got it. I just want to make sure that you are made aware of that. We'll be there as soon as possible, so please just try and stall the wedding as long as you can. We're just about to set off now. If you'd hold up for one more thing. Did you ever even want to come? Do you really want to know that? You might not like it. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? If you gave it a little thought, you'd actually know how I feel. It's just that it's a wedding for my brother-in-law. Going just seems to be a waste of time. Especially because he's an old man getting married to the first woman that would have him. You're saying that you don't see any point in attending? Well, yeah, the trouble of getting the 7 of us there in the first place makes my head spin just thinking about it. If we had our transportation costs covered, things would be different. And then on top of all of that, there won't even be any food there for the children after the ceremony. Just going is a waste of time and money. That's a pretty harsh way to frame going to your brother-in-law's wedding. Typically, people don't do a whole cost-benefit analysis over these things. The fact that we have to get you a gift too when we didn't ask you to get married? I hate to tell you this, but unlike a late bloomer like you, our household is full of children and we need every penny we have. We really just don't have anything to spare. Times are tough, I'm sure you understand. But my wife said you hate children or something. She sounded crazy when she said it, so I'm not really sure what she meant, but anyway, you won't mind if we come without a gift, right? Right. It really is quite the headache to manage the finances of a household with 5 children in it. But what can you do? They make every day quite a raucous adventure. Oh, I guess this must sound like I'm bragging to someone who just finally managed to get married. No, that's not what I was thinking at all. Oh, good then. At any rate, that's what I think. But I want to make my wife happy, so we're setting off now. Make sure you don't start without us. It's weird because the wedding was yesterday. What? So with regards to you all not showing up, I think that will be just fine. Most people didn't even notice you weren't there. So you got your wish in the end, anyway. Anyhow, I'm not really sure what all of that was about, so you can go back home now. What? I should be going. I have to start getting ready for our honeymoon. So if you'll excuse me. Hey, wait just a damn minute. What do you mean it was yesterday? It's exactly as it sounds. I'm pretty sure it said so on the invitation. I know Mary only read half of it, but I was sure she'd at least read the date. Wait a second. Oh, you're right. It was yesterday. Mary put the wrong day on the calendar. But since it seems that you didn't want to attend anyways, I'm not really sure what the problem is. Mary did say that she didn't want to come too. Either way you cut it, the end result is all the same. Now then, I do have to go. Wait, I'm not done yet. Even if the end result is all the same, it still matters how you go about it. You should have at least asked if she changed her mind. She's your sister. And what about it? Why would you have your wedding without your sister? We're family. Don't you think it's a bit rude? Whether it be friends or family, I made sure everyone who said they were coming a month ago knew what the date was. You guys were literally the only people who were invited that didn't come. I didn't remind Mary because I didn't want you to ruin my day. Ruin your day? Yes, referring to how you all conduct yourselves. Look, it's great that you have such a large family, but not a single one of you can behave yourselves. Oh, you're being ridiculous. I've been subjected to enough end-of-your-family gatherings to know how your family celebrates. The children can't be quiet and eat their food, and they don't apologize when they punch or kick others, and they throw a hissy fit at the drop of a hat when they don't get what they want. They're practically the dictionary definition of a monster family. They're children, that's how they all are. When you have children of your own, you'll understand how they really are. I don't have any, that's true, but our parents and relatives do, and everyone is fed up with how you lot conduct yourselves. Your children truly have no manners. And you and Mary do nothing to correct them. You just say they're only children, so we should just let them do what they want. Oh, so you're saying it's all my fault? If you don't share at least some of the blame, then whose fault is it? And it's not just our family who have pointed this out either. Multiple friends who are busy raising their own children have said as much as well. I've heard they're even avoiding you all because they're worried your kids might be a bad influence on their families. What friends? What are you talking about? I have a number of friends who also got married early and already have children. And, as it happens, their children are attending the same school as yours. They are? Yes, and whether it be around the neighborhood or at school, it seems that your children have garnered a reputation for being delinquents. Breaking things, throwing things, and injuring others are apparently daily occurrences. Even the teachers at school talk about them in terms of being problem children. We are raising them with a hands-off approach. We wouldn't want to be accused of being helicopter parents. So, while some of what people say about them may be true now, that's just a phase and I'm sure they'll grow up to be just fine. I don't want to impose on what is clearly a matter between you and Mary, and frankly, I don't even think that approach is necessarily wrong. But I have to strike a balance between my life and the chaotic elements in it, and that means a degree of distance between us. And in this instance, that meant not letting children at my wedding. I hope you'll understand. So that's it, is it? You think you can come up with some convoluted reason that justifies this? This is just awful, George. Do you know how embarrassing it is for us not to be at that wedding? Even if I hypothetically did remind you, it's just a waste of time and money, right? You said you didn't have any intention of attending either way. So I just don't see what it is that you're upset about. Again, I really must be going.
Hey, George. You're such a terrible brother.
Hey, can you please stop messaging me? Me and my wife are enjoying a really lovely dinner before we go on our honeymoon. We can have this conversation later.
I can't believe you had the wedding without me. I've been looking at all your friends' social media accounts all day. You had a huge feast and danced all night.
We did. It was so much fun. But I really am too busy to talk about it right now. I'll send you my pictures when we get back.
Don't you dare do that. If you could just see how mad I am at you right now.
Mad? About what?
First, it was about you not giving any of my kids a role in the wedding. But then in the end, you had someone else's child do it anyways? What happened to excluding children from the ceremony?
Oh, you're still caught up on that? Well, what happened is simple. I asked a friend and had her daughter fill the role, and she did a wonderful job, might I add. And I only meant that I wouldn't ask you. I never ruled out having one, period.
Quit it with the damn lies. You said you weren't having any children at your wedding. So you gave your friend the 2K instead of us? What? Did you just do it out of spite? And that was just a deal I was cutting for you. I bet you paid out even more than that in the end.
Where is this talk of money coming from? Today of all days, I wish you just dropped the talk of money. And I obviously didn't pay anyone anything. Most normal people volunteer to be ring bearers for free because they like the people getting married. I did have a little something prepared for her to give as a gift though, which seemed appropriate. And we originally planned not to have children, but I thought about it after I realized your children weren't coming. Your kids were the only ones I was really worried about.
I can't believe you talk about your own flesh and blood like that. If you're going to have a ring bearer, it's only right that you let a family member do it. And when they ask for a little money in return, you certainly don't lie to them just to save a buck.
The money wasn't even the main reason that I turned down your offer.
And what about that banquet? That's odd. You were the one that said that the food wouldn't be to our tastes.
I just said that we weren't doing anything formal. Again, it seems that you had somehow managed to misunderstand me. And since everyone was so kind as to attend, I did think it was appropriate to have a little something prepared for them.
Anyway, we need you to hold the whole wedding all over again. And, as an apology, you should give us money so we can get clothes. Do you know how short notice this is?
What on earth are you talking about? Why would we have the wedding again? It was perfect, partly because you weren't there.
Why? It's my right, is it not? I am the older sister of the groom. I have a right to attend the wedding. It makes no sense for me and my family not to be there.
Where is this coming from? You were the one who said that you had no interest in attending in the first place. You went on and on about how I was going to regret this. In the end, I only regret inviting you in the first place.
This isn't about what you want, and it doesn't matter how it makes you feel. This is about what's right, and I intend to make things right once and for all. I trust my presence alone will serve in place of any obligatory gifts. So there you have it. It's settled. Prepare to redo the whole ceremony, and we will be in need of a table and food.
Whatever, I'm over putting up with this. Do whatever you want. George, what is this? Let us in. Why aren't they letting us in? There must be some kind of mistake because the staff here won't let us into the wedding. What? There isn't any wedding. Of course there is. Mary said that you were going to hold another ceremony so we could join. And there's clearly an event going on right now. So tell these people to let us in. Tell them that we're part of the family of the groom. And tell them that we rushed over to celebrate the wedding. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm at the airport right now. You're trying to crash someone else's wedding. You should go home before they call the police. But it says the groom's name is George. That's your name. There's a lot of people called George. It's not an unusual name. It's probably just a coincidence. Now hurry up and go home. You're probably embarrassing yourself. Why are you being so horrible to us? What did we do to deserve this? It was a long trip to get here, and we did it all to celebrate you. I already told you the wedding was over. I have no clue why you think we could even arrange a second one in 2 hours. What the hell has gotten into you? Is that how you treat someone who's traveled such a long way for your sake? Are you really gonna give the cold shoulder to your family who just wants to celebrate your wedding? Do you have any idea the amount of bad karma you're bringing upon yourself? If you want to talk about bad karma, I think you should be the one who's worrying, Louis. And you talk as if we're still family, but I'm not so sure about that anymore. Huh? We're still family as long as I'm married to Mary. And that is exactly what I mean, Louis. You and Mary are divorced, aren't you? Divorced? Where did you hear that? That's not quite right. It wasn't just a divorce, was it? You two were actually just faking being divorced so that you could benefit from government child support. That is quite the accusation. Well, it would be quite the crime if it was true. But legally speaking, your fake divorce is the same as a legal divorce, is it not? So officially, you aren't my sister's husband, Louis, which means you also aren't family. What the heck are you talking about? A fake divorce? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I don't know where you heard such a strange rumor or if you just made it up, but I would be careful with confronting people like this on such shaky grounds. There is no point in trying to hide it. I already know all the juicy details. Huh? That friend of mine whose child goes to the same school as yours, yeah, she's here today and she told me everything. And apparently they saw that you were coming to crash the party. She texted me asking, why is your sister and her ex-husband showing up together? Mary's one thing, but what business does Louis have coming? There's no way that happened. And that was when I heard all about the supposed divorce of yours. Apparently, the rumor going around the school is that you cheated on Mary and then you two got divorced. Also, she's apparently raising the 5 children all by herself with nothing but government assistance supporting her. Isn't that just tragic? Well... So, after hearing all of that from her, I'm lost on what could possibly explain everything. Because I know for a fact that the two of you are still living together and have always acted as if you were still together in front of me. I can explain. And today you're trying to attend my wedding as a family? If this isn't a fake divorce, what exactly is it? Wait, please. I get it, we'll go home. Us and the kids. So, let's forget about this conversation altogether. Forget about it meaning? Meaning just that, we forget it and pretend like nothing happened. So don't tell anyone about this. That's not a promise that I can make, Louis. I'll be reporting this to the appropriate authorities at a later date. Wait, you can't do that to us, please. Anything but that. We really are at the end of the line financially. We'll be ruined if you turn us in. We need this to keep the 7 of us alive. We'll leave right now. Just don't snitch on us to the authorities. No can do. Why? Anyway, I called the venue and they said they were going to call the police for trespassing. You should start running before you get locked up for that and fraud. Louis, Mary, and their family finally left after trying to barge in on whatever wedding was being held at the venue that day. I apologized to the couple later, but they thought the story was really funny. I actually got along very well with the other George, and we're going golfing together soon. I then did my civic duty and reported their fraudulent activities to the authorities. Apparently, they're being investigated for defrauding social welfare programs by the local district attorney. It's only a matter of time until they're found guilty and forced to repay what they stole. That, paired with the charges of trespassing and harassing the wedding staff, means they're in pretty hot water right now. Their example will hopefully serve as a valuable lesson for their children on how not to behave when they grow up. My wife and I, on the other hand, had a great honeymoon. We traveled all around Europe and had so much fun. And soon, we'll be having a child of our own. I would be scared they'd turn out like my nieces and nephews, but my wife is too lovely to let that happen. I can't wait to meet our new baby soon. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. See you in the next one.